Hello, this is Micah, and welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you powerful how-to tips on how you can intentionally happen to your life instead of your life happening to you. Yesterday, we talked about how to never quit, and so today I want to talk with you just a minute about fear and worry. See, fear is a poor chisel to carve out tomorrow, is what I've heard said. That's a pretty cool quote. I like that. But worry is simply the triumph of fear over faith. See, there's a story that is told about a woman who is standing on a street corner crying profusely, and a man comes up to her and asks her why she's crying, and she shakes her head and she replies, "I was just thinking that maybe one day I would get married, and I would later have a beautiful baby girl, and then one day this child and I would go out for a long walk along the street, and we would come to this corner. And then my beautiful daughter would run into the street and get hit by a car and die." Now that sounds like a pretty ridiculous situation for a grown woman to be crying her eyes out because of something that would probably never happen. And yet, this is how we respond when we worry. We take a situation or an event that might never exist and we build it up out of proportion in our mind. There's an old Swedish proverb that says, "Worry is a small thing that has a big shadow." You see, worry is simply the misuse of God's creative imagination, which He placed on the inside of us. Because when fear rises up in our mind, we should learn to expect the opposite in our life. The word worry itself is derived from an Anglo-Saxon term that means to strangle or to choke off. See, there's no question that worry and fear in the mind chokes off any creative flow that we might have, anything good that we might have. And so as you think about or dwell on worry and matters that are beyond your control, there is a negative effect that begins to set in. Too much analysis always leads to paralysis. Listen, worry is a route that leads from somewhere to nowhere, and don't let it direct your life. The same way that you think about that when you're worrying, you think about something that has not existed yet and you're concerned about it, you give it life. You imagine it. How are you going to feel? What's going to happen? You actually imagine something that has not happened yet, to the point that you even believe that it's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly how faith works. It's the exact opposite. It's Satan's counterfeit to faith. Faith is looking into the future, into something that has not happened yet, and acting as though it has already happened. That is faith. Psalms 55:22 says this. It says, "Cast your burden upon the Lord, and He will sustain you, and you will never allow the righteous to be moved." Never respond out of fear, and never allow fear to respond to your faith. Listen, inaction builds fear. Don't worry and don't fear. Instead, take your fear and worry to God and convert it into faith. 1 Peter 5:7 says to cast all your care on Him because He cares for you. Have a great day, live life strong, and we'll see you tomorrow when we talk about how to develop persistence in our life.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.